Here we go.
I don't always say shit when motherfuckers accuse me of they shit. I just be looking like, oh, alright, that's what we doing, bitch. Whatever, I'm cool with it. You can just sit right there. I'ma be over here hanging like a crucifix. I'm an Aquarius, so no, I don't miss you. I just sit back and wonder sometimes what's wrong with you. If you think back and ponder the times I spoke with you, I bet you could pinpoint the crux of the whole issue. So have fun with that, or don't. Either way, I'm not coming back. So don't attempt to reach out. Don't expect introductions at functions. I be with who I fuck with. I don't reassociate with fuckwits. I am entirely anti-fuck shit. So we gon' leave it wherever you pulled it. The lies, the games, and all that non-Aquarian bullshit. You'll sit there and I'll be over here like a wool neck. Cap with your friends in them. They can't see it. My ass gon' be in the wind. I'm just being a bearer of flow like water, but Ariel though. All Aquarians know. None of us care if you don't, bitch.
What's good with y'all? Please pardon the rough mix. I'm still working on it, but it involves something that I've been working on. If you could feel me on that. So I told y'all before that I had recently added the TL Audio C1 dual mic pre and compressor, and it's been strapped to my mix bus ever since. Happily so, I might add. And so if y'all been looking at the pictures or posts or whatever they call it on here that been leading up to this, yeah, hold on, let me make sure I get the cable out without snagging nothing. This right here was a part of that rough mix, and I'm really proud of what it did. You know what I'm saying? Because it turned a compressor that a compressor that could be for certain mixes, maybe a little heavy-handed, right? No sidechain filter. It turned it into something that just sounds expensive. Like I don't even know how else to put it, right? I'll just tell y'all how we got here. That's kind of my 1-2, ain't it? So I was loving the compressor already, right? I strapped it across my mix bus the first time and it hasn't left since. And that's not even what I bought it for. Like I said, it's a dual mic pre and compressor. I had intended it on it being an alternate front end for me, right? I didn't like how it sound on the capture initially. Cause I do kind of like it now. That last video that I did, I was using that mic pre. You know what I'm saying? So y'all tell me how y'all thought it sound. I'm not using it right now, but you know what I'm saying? I thought it was cool. But anyways, it's strapped across my mix bus and I've been loving everything I got from it so far, right? But I was thinking about mastering and thinking about doing things a little more subtly when I need to. And Golden Age Project has this EQ 73, right? Or 73 EQ, the red one. I was gonna get the cheap one because it has just one connection, right? For a TRS to go straight to the same connection or the corresponding connection on the compressor. So one cable for each channel, and it just goes into sidechain mode, and it was gonna be like that. And I was gonna get the little power supply since I was gonna need to get 2 of those EQs. And I was gonna hope that I could also plug my HA81A into that same power supply and just, free up some outlets, right? But that was gonna be like a $800 purchase unless I buy used, which I was considering. And I got to really thinking about it. I was watching this video by the dude that does some of the dangerous promos, the dude with the long hair, right? It seemed like a real cool dude. Um, he was talking about the EQ that your bass player left you when he stole your woman. And I was like, yeah, you could use a cheap EQ because the signal that's going through the EQ is not getting mixed back into the mixed signal. It's just feeding the side chain, right? And so I was like, well, I could go even cheaper than a Boss EQ then, because really I was looking for something that was going to be a stereo EQ, but with just one set of controls. So I could adjust left and right with just one set of controls. And there's not a whole lot in the pro audio range, ranges rather in the pro audio world that's like that, understandably, because you'll want the dual mono in so many other situations. But you know where there is that is in home and car audio. That EQ right there, I found on Amazon, and I'm trying not to shop on Amazon as much these days, and I am doing a lot less, but that bad boy was $26, right? Like it was less than 30 all in. And it does what I needed to do in such a way that is very, very subtle. And so that's what I mean when I say it takes this compressor that is very opinionated in most situations, and it allows me to kind of tailor its behavior in some really intimate ways. I think that's a good way of putting it, right? Because what I end up with, that, like I said, that's just a rough mix. But in here, I think it sounds pretty good. I hope it sounds pretty good. Matter of fact, y'all listen to it. Tell me how it sounds so far. Give me some suggestions, like genuine. Give me some suggestions of what I could do to maybe improve it even further. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing whatever I'm doing aside from mix bus is in the box right now. I'm gonna set up a summing setup through the 16 rig like I was talking about before, but I don't have any other hardware processors that I want to put um on those on those sends right now. And so instead of going ADAT out with all of my buses, I'm just going aux out 2 channels. And so I just got it on the master fader. And it sounds good to me, but I'm always open to constructive criticism, how it can maybe sound better. And I'm in a great mood, so let me have it. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that, like, I feel like this is a little bit of a hack. Like this little EQ, it's got a little metal chassis. It's not introducing a ton of noise, and it has its own headphone output on it, right? And so I could plug some headphones into it and listen to the signal that I'm feeding the side chain and adjust it accordingly if I need to. And the volume knob adjusts both the headphone output and the stereo output on the back. And so whatever effect it's having, I can literally turn it up or down and make it more or less subtle with that little yellow volume knob on the EQ. I cannot imagine a pro audio EQ that would be working better for me in this position right now and looking cooler. I can think of one EQ when I was shopping. There's this company that I've always known, pardon me, that I've always known makes like really super high quality like headphone amplifiers, headphone amps, and like audiophile stereo preamplifiers. This company called Shit, right? And they have a stereo EQ, which I believe is a 9 band. And instead of the little cheap prosumer RCA ins and outs on the back, it has XLR ins and outs on the back. And I was looking at impedances, and I'm almost certain that that would produce a more workable signal and probably be even better. And that's like 300 some dollars. So about the price of one of those golden age EQs, right? But the other reason why I really wanted to go with this one, price be damned, is it's bus powered. I got it plugged into the front of the 16 rig, powering it up right now. That's crazy to me because it looked like some pro audio stuff. I don't know what they call these knobs, right? But it looked like some cool little colorful pro audio stuff. It's in a little black metal box. It functions ideally. It's got its own power button so I could audition it on and off, right? Without changing the gain or nothing. Man, this to me is a crazy development. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. I'm going to go ahead and sign off and bump this track some more. One time.
I plugged the mic in, flipped a couple switches and started rhyming. It wasn't right then, but I kept right and know when I had to put the time in to earn my stipend. Do your guy a solid one time, subscribe and like this.